I've been watching Real Housewives of Potomac since season 1, and tonight I know you're wondering, like, oh my God, who has a Hubson, a Sonsband, or a Bumsband? You guys probably know who has what. You know, not everybody got a husband on there, so it's not so many people we could be talking about. Anyways,
don't do it to me. Oh no no, oh no no, don't do it to me. Oh no no, oh no no.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Talk That Talk Thursday, and tonight's episode of SpiritualiTEA. I am your host, Bella. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight's episode is Bumsbands, Hubsons, and Sonsbands. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, I know you guys are like, what the hell is that, sis? You can kind of gather from it's like a relationship. When you ship somebody, like I did Kashinko, like Cash and Kashinko, when you ship people, like, yeah, your Hubson. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm going to explain what each terminology means before we get into the tea, honey. And the tea that we're discussing tonight comes from Real Housewives of Potomac. It's Potomac, but I like to say Potomac because I don't know what a Potomac was. I didn't know what Potomac was. And it's like close, you know what I'm saying? I always knew that Maryland was like a nice option to live, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I see you, Maryland. You on the map. But anyways, I've been watching Real Housewives of Potomac since season 1. And tonight, I know you're wondering, like, oh my God, who has a Hubson, a Sonsband, or a Bumsband? You guys probably know who has what. You know, not everybody got a husband on there, so it's not so many people we could be talking about. Anyways, we'll also be talking about Love and Hip Hop ATL. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, are we? Who the fuck got a Bumsband? Oh, Sonsbands. Okay, because I was just like, we'll also be discussing Love in Paradise, Caribbean Island. Yes, it's a spinoff of 90 Day Fiance. If you guys haven't seen that, you should check it out. It's available on Discovery Plus, and it's a hot mess. We're going to get into it. If you guys don't know what those terminologies mean, I will be explaining what they are before we get into the tea and how these reality stars fit into these roles. Let's get into it. Mix this all up, right? I was going to talk about Sonsbands first, which maybe I will. All right, let me just go back to that. I'm going to stick to the script. I'm going to stick to it, yeah. All right. That's my plan. Okay, Sonsbands. All right. Sonsbands are only sons, or maybe only child, but only sons to single mothers who treat them as if they are their man. They refer to their son as the king of their castle, and all he had to do was pop out of her vagina. And this is why we have so many entitled males today. All he had to do was be born with a penis, and people just worshipped him like he was a king. Meanwhile, you got queens, future queens. You know what I'm saying? You have to earn your throne. You have future queens working towards their thrones. They're being taught how to work hard, to build, to gain. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about them, though. We're talking about these Sonsbands. I'm drinking Chardonnay, by the way, you guys. I'm sipping me a little bit of Chardonnay.
Salute the Vandross, a little Anita, but definitely set this party alright.
Okay. When you raise a Sonsband, you are raising a boy who is entitled for no reason, pretty much because he exists. He feels like the world should worship the ground he walks on, and he doesn't have to accomplish anything or have any leadership skills because you're his leader. You're nurturing this child, you're leading this child, you're providing for this child. You are the breadwinner provider, like obviously you're the parent. However, you are enabling your child to believe that they run shit. Essentially, there are not many quality men who will take on the role of caring for a woman and another man's child when that woman refers to her son as the man of her life. It's like, okay, well, let him pay your bills. An overinflated ego leads to entitlement, you guys. So calling him a king when he's done nothing but pop out your vagina. I understand that queens make kings, yes. No, queens make princes. They grow into kings. But if you're not working for your kingdom and you don't have a kingdom, like, who's a king without a kingdom? Make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if you are not doing the work to acquire a throne, if you don't have anything, aka if you can't afford your own home and pay your own bills, you're living in your mama's house, she's paying the bills and she's providing you with the throne and she's calling you a king, it's like, tis not a king. Tis not a king. Tis a child who wants to be seen as a king. Little Scrappy might be a Sonsband to Mama D. Like, honestly, real talk. Because he was the breadwinner and provider for her. So she calls herself the queen of the castle. And of course she calls Scrappy a king. So it's like, okay, if he's the king and you're the queen, like, that makes y'all a unit. Like, I mean, obviously a unit, but to me, like, that's a couple. Like, that's not how this works. Like, when the king marries or the prince marries a princess and they upgrade to king and queen together because of their position together, the mother becomes a regent. I don't know what the fuck a regent is. I don't know what that is. But it's not the queen. It's like you graduated, like ascended masters and stuff like that. Like when you die, you're not an ancestor, you're a master. Like, and Bam was not standing for that. She put her foot down, and that was the whole reason why Mama D didn't like her in the beginning. Like, she gets along with her now because Mama D has her own life and her own things to like be involved in, so she's not so much codependent on Scrappy as she was before, and also because she got her own bag now. That's another reason why she's not so codependent on her Sonsband, is because she got her own bag now. Because even when she had her own husband, Ernest, he wasn't earning anything, and that's why he didn't earn the title of the king in her castle, and she's trying to like be the queen in her son's kingdom. Just anybody like mama's boys, Sonsbands. And some of these women even could be married, but they just have this weird attachment to their sons, and it's just like borderline incestuous looking. He has a queen that is not you, Mama D, Ace Hood's mom. Ace Hood's mother is having a power struggle with Ace Hood's wife because she raised him as a Sonsband, because she hasn't been able to attract a husband of her own. So because her son grew up to be a man and a provider, that makes her feel like she's acquired what a lot of women are hoping to acquire, which is a strong provider male and who's someone who can lead. And she has that in her son, at least she feels. But the thing about it is, it's like, you're his mother. You're supposed to have your own relationship with a king, so that you're not codependent on your son and his energy and his, like, loyalty. I need a sip after that.
At that space of me transitioning to being an independent artist, my mom could express how unsupported she feels. You know, I've been taking care of my mother for a decade plus. I had to create some healthy boundaries between me, finances, and my family.
I just felt like I was your all in all. I was your queen. But when Sheila became a part of, I felt like everything changed.
Ma'am, that man is wholly married. Why wouldn't things change? You had 10 whole years to get it together, or at least find a man who had it together. And you didn't either. Now you're sitting here trying to emotionally manipulate, trying to guilt trip your Sonsband into being financially responsible for you at your big age when you had ample time to get your shit together. You want to be in the place of his wife when she's at home cooking for him, birthing him babies, and sexing him. Ma'am, that's not how this works.
I feel like a lot of black men, black mother relationships stem like that in a way to where it's not fully healthy. And Mom was a little threatened because for her, it looks like a woman that's coming in that's kind of dethroning her from being the queen.
That's right, Ace Hood. Break that cycle. Setting firm boundaries to your smother. Let her know that you no longer want to be her Sonsband because you're a whole husband now. And it's time for her to get her own. And break her codependency on you. Another sticker at the bottom of the glass. Okay. I am for aesthetics, so forgive me. The next time you see me, there will not be any stickers on my glass. Please stop raising your sons to be the man that you wish to attract because you're blocking that manifestation by forcing your son into the role that a man should be in. You should let that space be open, let your kid be a kid, and then the man that you want can come in. Because that energy isn't being filled by a freaking toddler or a teenager. Anyways, so where we going? Bumsbands. Y'all already know what a bumsband is. It's a bum-ass husband. It's a bum-ass husband, okay? You know what I think is funny? Like, a bumsband doesn't have any, accolades outside of the wife that he married. A bumsband's only accolade is the fact that he married a queen, a goddess, a woman with her own, independent. I love it because she got her own independent queen working for her throne. But they're not Jamie Foxx. They're not, they're not Jamie Foxx. They want you to have your own, but they don't have shit other than what you provide for them. That's a bum-ass husband. And women who have bumsbands are typically successful on their own and have everything from the career, sometimes the looks, sometimes not, but they have the career, they have their own home, and they have it together. They have stability. What they don't have is a man, and some of them are willing to pay for one. Insert bumsband. The modern day bumsband is the husbander. So you guessed it. You know who we're talking about next, sis. Miss Candace. Like, I like you, sis, but we're going to talk about your husband a little bit. He's like on a 1 to 10 bumsband scale. I feel like he might be at like a 4. It might be at a 4. I haven't watched the last few episodes, so that might change. It might go up, it might go down. But the fact that Chris has like his certifications or whatever it is in cooking or being a chef, I feel like he has his own hustle. He had a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? And he caters to his wife, which is, it's cute or whatever, but it's like, that ain't making no money. But I guess she makes enough money and her mother's pockets are deep enough to support Candace and her husband. So I guess that works out for them because women, like I said, women who have a lot are typically okay with paying for a husband because they feel like it's worth the money. It's worth the money to them. They got money to blow on everything else. It's like, why not pay for a man? Why not pay his way through life? Why not buy his clothes and treat him like my son? Why not let him drive my car? Why not tell him everything to do? Why not? I already got the money. I'm already I don't want to be lonely. I need somebody to go home to at night. Who said that? Was that I'm not even going to say her name because I'm not sure if it's her. So I don't want to put her name in something that has nothing to do with her. But one of these talk show hosts said that she had low self-esteem and she didn't want to be lonely, so she married somebody. And she's a celebrity with a lot of money. And it's like, companionship and dick be that serious for some people. Speaking of Sonsbands, this next show I'm about to get into is brand spanking new, you guys. So if you haven't checked it out, you might want to do that. Look at this beautiful black couple on the cover. You know that pulled me right in. Ironically, we're not discussing the black couple tonight. Well, thankfully, we're not discussing the black couple tonight because they are actually the model couple on the show, which I'm very happy for sis. Like, kudos to sis. She found her a provider male. Like, they've had issues with infidelity, but we're not going to talk about that right now. It's not about that. It's about Hubsons. It's about Hubsons. And sis Amber right here, 30-year-old Amber, went to Dominican Republic and found herself a 23-year-old Sonsband who she is finding it difficult to raise. Because, all right, so just get into this tea real quick, and then I'm going to just be interjecting every once in a while. Okay? See y'all there.
He's quit his job. He didn't get our paperwork done. But I don't want to fight.
I was thinking too to bring David and bring my mom to America, of course.
Okay. You have never mentioned this yet. My mind immediately starts going through a list of who's going to pay for this, who's going to do the paperwork. I'm struggling with just worrying about one person. He wants to throw 2 more people into this mix. But because it's our moment, it's going to happen. And then what? The next thing you're going to worry about is David and your mom. I'm literally just asking you right now. Can you just think about me?
Can you think about yourself, sis? I mean, outside of the fact that you want in-house peen at your beck and call, you're doing a lot for it.
Who's going to do that paperwork? Because you can't.
Well,
You can barely do ours.
I can right now, but working hard, I will do it.
Boy, please. The only thing you have to work hard is them hips. You quit your work so that you can take care of your paperwork, but you haven't been doing that either.
You do know you're in debt to me, right?
I know. Creo que tal vez Amber sí me podría ayudar porque desde que ella comenzó con...
Daniel just keeps dumping more stress and responsibility onto my shoulders. Am I just his sugar mama that can pay his bills and get his family and him to the U.S.?
Now, girl, you just answered your own question. That dick ain't worth it. I was going to say I hope the dick worth it, but it never is. Bum-ass husbands are lazy. They're entitled. They think that all they have to do is provide you with companionship and dick, and that you should be happy with that because you have everything else, and they're doing you a favor by being the dick that you come home to at the end of the day, as if there's not like a bevy of it everywhere else. If that's all you're going to provide. Like, there's plenty of men offering nothing but dick. In case you didn't know, I'm just going to let you know. Plenty of men offer nothing but that. So, stop with the entitlement. But anyways, Bumsbands, like Keanu, I think that's Mary's ex-husband. I don't believe, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to accept when I'm wrong, because this ain't even about them, so I didn't do extra research. But from my memory, I don't believe that he had anything going on for him before he got with Mary. Wasn't he? Maybe they said he was a producer or something like that, but he could, I don't know how dope he could have been. The fact that after him and his wife got divorced and he needed her to like sustain his lifestyle just lets me know that he was a bum. He couldn't have been that great before her if he needed her to sustain him afterwards. You're a bum. You didn't even upgrade while you were with her, and you're with Mary J. fucking Blige. Like, why? Like, because you hitched your wagon to your wife, and you didn't have any other accolades or any other talent or anything else to do, so you tried to like, you had to capitalize off of her shine. Husbanders are the modern day pimps. They're the modern day pimps. Like, you're not the talented one. You're like a secretary, a glorified fucking secretary that gets pussy. Anyways. So, yeah, in case you didn't know what was coming next, you should know what's coming next. Candace, I like you, sis. I like you. I would love you, except for the fact that I feel like you throw rocks and hide your hands. But I really like you, but your husband seems like a bum. On a scale of like 1 to 10 of Bumsbands. I think like Chris might be a 4. Because like he has his own chef certifications or what have you. And he had a restaurant. I don't know what like happened to that. They cashed out on that. But anyways, his newest accolade is the fact that he manages his wife. It's like, you have no business except being in my business. And that's not good for business. At least not for Candace. Like, you start working, he not working. Bro could be like, he could be a celebrity chef, but he chooses to like be his wife's secretary. And he's not even getting 10% or 15 or 20 or whatever it is at this point. He's not even getting that. Which, I mean, because instead of me paying you the money that's incoming from me, you could be getting your own bag and I could be getting my own bag and we can share the bags. Not just me getting my bag and giving you a percentage of that bag. No, I'm good. I'm good. Don't get caught out there like Mary. Marrying no bum ass nigga whose only accolade is the fact that he married you. Because those dudes are secretly jealous and resentful, secretly like competing with you, even though there's no like, you can't compete when you don't compare. Like, you are riding my coattails and you're trying to compete with me. Make it make sense. Like, I literally feed you. You're not biting the hand that feeds you. You're trying to like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Stop doing it. Anyways, stop marrying Bumsbands, ladies. These men who don't have anything outside of you. Okay? Because you had everything outside of them and you decided that they was worth more than everything else that you had, and they decided that everything else that you have is worth more than you. So they get you to use you for your shit. Okay? I was gonna say stuff, but I can curse. This is my channel. So they're not planning on doing anything but use you for your shit. You love them enough to share what you have with them, but they don't love you enough to get out their ass and get their own bag to share with you. Think about it. Okay, you guys, so that concludes tonight's episode of SpiritualiTEA. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you guys next time. This shitty asshole. Yo, my cat is making all the noise in the motherfucking litter box. Bitch, I'm working.
Look at your butt, bitch.